Hey, good morning, everybody, for Wednesday, the 21st of June, summer solstice, longest day. Not quite our longest day yet, but I believe everybody at Stonehenge at least had a bit of a party this morning. High pressure is just beginning to ridge in from the south. It's not very strong at the moment, but it's 2018. We got a little bit of mist and fog this morning, but it is starting to brighten up already. And we're left still into this sort of southwesterly flow from the Atlantic, which is a little bit humid, but also a little bit more refreshing from what we had earlier in the month. To go through the next couple of days, high pressure will continue to build. And as you can see, it's going to be fairly good towards the weekend. Just this warm front to keep aware of as we head into Saturday. The winds looking like they're coming from the southwest again. And as you can see, 10 to 15 knots from that direction. The satellite picture over the UK reveals a reasonably bright start. Just a bit of low cloud just burning away at the moment. Out to the northeast of us, though, it does look nice and bright and lots of surface heating getting underway. No significant weather or showers. All the thunderstorms north of the capital last night have all moved away. But yeah, just the odd bit of low cloud at the moment. Public forecast then for today showing a top temperature of 21 degrees. That southwesterly wind present all day. Good to very good visibility, and really no significant issues to worry about. GFS is predicting for our area as well, about 24 degrees, 27 degrees in the capital, and those temperatures looking widely in the low 20s across the Midlands and into East Anglia, which is probably one of the better areas today. Dew points are at around 13, 12 at the moment for today, but yeah, could drop a little bit lower than that later in the day. Your sounding then from this morning, quite moist actually. There's been a lot of humidity around, but yeah, you can see that that's probably not particularly useful to sort of gauge any data out of, given how moist it is. But needless to say, those temperature and dew point lines are starting to split, and it looks like by lunchtime we should have a reasonable air mass with us. David did do an update to his forecast last night. No update yet this morning. It does talk about reasonable conditions, but in sort of patchy areas. I think we're in one of those good areas, but jumping the gaps maybe up north might be a bit trickier with sort of variable amounts of cloud that we see today. And that's looking again still reasonable into tomorrow. Looking outside, you can see my new windsock looking good. Thanks to Facilities for putting that up. And yeah, sort of this low stratocumulus base, probably set around 12 to 1500 feet, just slowly going up through the morning. Should be nice and bright by lunchtime. Farnborough currently reporting broken at 1300 and becoming few at 2500 feet. Odium don't have a current TAF, but do have a meter of broken at 900 feet from about an hour ago. Southampton scattered at 1500, and again, it talks about showers. I don't see that chance this morning, but looking again relatively nice. Looking also at Top Meteo. Be pleased to hear we're getting a new laptop soon. That'll make everything a lot quicker. Right. So that's Top Meteo this morning, and you can see what I mean about patchy areas. So good from about here to Salisbury, right through the Gatwick zone and out towards Margate. It's a bit weaker in the middle, and as you go out to East Anglia, it does look really nice. But in this wind direction and with these conditions, and also the risk of a sea breeze front, it does make it that a little bit more challenging. So starting at 11, we should have blue to shallow Q around here. I'd say Q more like up to around 3000 feet. So by lunchtime, sort of 12, 1 o'clock, we're expecting sort of 3.5 to 4000 feet, with the chance of a little bit of overdevelopment of these clouds, which is not particularly surprising given what you see outside. Further up country though, and then into East Anglia by 1 o'clock, you've already got 5500 feet cloud base. And we start to see a little bit of that come round us as well, at sort of 5,000 feet, to 5,500 feet above sea level by sort of 3 to 4 o'clock. Out into Midlands, a little bit lower, maybe 4,000 feet. But generally on a line to the east, sort of Oxford, it does improve quite markedly. Not so good for our friends at Aston Down. It will be soarable, but cloud base a little bit lower. And Wales is looking, as usual, a little bit wet. See, towards the end of the day, the sea air may come in again at about 6, 7 o'clock. So do bear that in mind. Yeah, saying 6 o'clock, it may be starting to dry out a bit, and yeah, probably by 6:30 going. Get going a little bit unsoarable. Right, let's finish this off. So, airspace wise, Keevil, it will be active today. So Keevil, just to the west of the salted plane danger areas, is active today. Abingdon, just the south of Oxford, article dropping all day, 8 till 6. There is a restricted area temporary currently at Stonehenge up till lunchtime. That will go after that. Restricted area temporary at Glastonbury all day. Glastonbury obviously being to the south of Bristol. Lots of paragliders moving about today, so do bear that in mind. So lots of these NOTAMs. Gliding competition at Aston Down, just the west of Brize Norton. And looking elsewhere, not particularly too much of note. Lots of parachuting activity going on near Swanage and Bournemouth at the moment. And I think that's pretty much it. Out into East Anglia, potential article dropping at Granston Lodge. If anybody knows at Cambridge Gliding Club what's going on, please let me know, because it's a bit of a weird NOTAM that. But yeah, your main things are the restricted area temporaries and danger areas at Keevil, Glastonbury and Stonehenge this morning, with some parachute / article dropping at Abingdon. Okay, operationally, we do have some information. So this bit of the runway is being used for repairs today. So we're going to be on runway 23. There is a NOTAM in place at the moment, closing runway 0927. So runway 23 is going to be in use all day. Please do not use this area down here because there's going to be contractors and tarmac workers getting to work down there. There may be an arrival briefly of a light aircraft from 2XL, and that the work will stop to allow that to happen. But yeah, we're going to be on 23 all day. There's no jet movements. It's just the small aircraft that will come in probably around 10:30, 11 o'clock. So 23 and landing into wind, please, in this direction. No swing around the corner.